Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews.
Quick, Simple, Fun Games is known for putting out quick, simple, and fun games. What they do is right there in the title. Although I feel like with ROBiTS, they forgot to put the fun in the box. You're going to get a quick game that's simple, but I don't think it's really that fun. You could be totally blocked out of the scoring. If a head is never available on one of your limited turns in the game, and you don't have a wild card, guess what? You're not scoring any points. You never had a chance just because of how the cards came out. That isn't fun to me. Now, a lot of times we'll forgive a flaw in a game because of how short it is, and I hesitate to do that too much. I hesitate to say this game is okay because it lasts 5 minutes. You're not going to have fun for those 5 minutes, but you will have played a game. And I kind of want to step away from that and not do that so much anymore, and that means I can't give ROBiTS a pass. It's alright. It feels like more of a mechanism that would be in a different game or a much larger game, and it doesn't really fit a game of itself. I don't feel like I have enough control. Now, the biggest comparison to me is Seven Wonders Duel, the 2-player game, where you kind of have that pyramid and you're getting cards out. I feel like Seven Wonders Duel is such a much better game. Yes, it has more on it. I get that. But the mechanism of just releasing those cards and having more come out as you go and you kind of draft what's on the floor, I feel like is done much better in that game. And like in that game, you have more around it. And I feel like that works better for it. So I don't think I would want to just play this game because it doesn't give me enough options or choice. And I could be shut out from the scoring because something never came up on my turn. And that has happened to me before. Now, if you're looking for something quick and you don't really care about the fun so much, you just want something quick, simple, maybe you can play really fast on a lunch break, this will do that. I don't feel like this game will have lasting effect for you. It is a relatively cheap game, though, and that will appeal to some people who just want to take a flyer on it, maybe have a time waster on their hands. This is definitely going to be it, but not for me. It's going to be an absolute purge. Here's ROBiTS, which is a little small card game from Quick, Simple, Fun Games. It is a very small, very portable game. And as always, these boxes are tremendously hard for me to get up, very tight. You're going to have a rule book that will come out, and you're going to get a set of cards. The cards are okay. Qualities aren't the best in the world. I do like the finish that's on them, but they are a tad thin. The rule book is smaller. The first page is going to be this setup. It's going to be one of these that kind of break out. Not the biggest fan. So you're going to see the setup, the rules, and the objective with the components on this side. And you'll flip it over with the rules and the scoring. It's a very simple game. You could probably read this instruction booklet in probably 3 minutes and be ready to play the game. Just understanding the scoring and how everything is going to go. Here's the game set up. So you're going to have a row of 7 cards for each player. So this would be a 3-player game. If there was a 4th player, then you would have another row set up. And the first row would be face up. You're going to be drafting 7 cards to build your ROBiT, not robot, your ROBiT over the course of the game. So all you would do is draft 7 cards. The game's very easy. On your turn, you can pick up a card. If it's face up, then you will reveal the card above it. If you were to choose a face down card, you reveal it to everybody, and it leaves a hole there. So playing the actual game is pretty easy, but now you have to build your robot. In order to build a robot, you must have a torso. You need legs. You are going to need arms. And you're going to need a head. If you don't have torso, 2 arms, legs, and a head, then you cannot score. If you're able to get each of the parts for a robot and actually build one, then you will score points for each of the listed. In this case, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. When you're drafting cards, there will also be these Sparky Cars that you can take, and these are just worth 3 victory points at the end of the game for each one that you take. Now, you can also take junk cards. They're not worth any points, but let's say you didn't have any legs. If I only had this, I couldn't score. But if I had a junk car, I can use it as a wild, and it will take the place of the legs for me. If you were to draft the Overclocked card, then you get to look at the top 2 cards of the deck. You get to look at them and take which one you want, usually the one that you're needing. Let's say I didn't have a head, now I would have a head. Now you're also going to get parts for matching colors. So in this case, I have 3 purples that match, so I would get an additional 3 points. If I had 4, then I would score 4
I would score 5 points for that. So the better off you are, the more colors. You have to have one of each part, and then you can also score these Sparkies that come up, and these are just 3 points. That's all you're really doing in the game, is trying to get as much colors as you can, but you have to have one of each of the 5 different spots.
Who should buy this game? I'm hard-pressed to recommend this game, and I'm not going to do that, but I like to answer this question. If you really want a short game, limited choices, you want something just to pass the time, maybe play with a non-gamer where decisions don't really matter that much, maybe even play this with children, where they're just building a robot, although I think they will be frustrated by the fact that if something doesn't come up, 2 arms don't come up, or a head doesn't come up, or a torso doesn't come up, you had no chance of winning based on how people drafted the cards. I don't know if that's fun, maybe kids will overlook it, I won't be able to. Absolute purge for me. Thanks for watching the video. I really appreciate you tuning in. If you liked it, please like it and hit that little subscribe button. That really helps out the channel, lets us know that you're getting the videos that you want. If you agreed or disagree with what I said, feel free to comment below. I'd love to hear what you have to say, and I promise that I will comment back. Thanks for watching, and everybody else, keep playing games.